So yo, so yeah, I understand it's time for in with the news. Mr. Brooks,
And
salute.
I am Don Free as Fuck Grimm. And yeah, you are in with the news because we are in with
Free
the
as
news and you're in with
fuck.
us. And
Free as
you,
fuck.
Mr. Brooks, yeah, you should have taken a nap before this, sir. I mean, it's
I'm good.
becoming
I'm sleepy.
physically. I'm sorry, it's becoming visibly apparent that you have been lacking in your beauty sleep.
All right. Speaking of sleep,
Ah, God,
so I
my
know you
mom's from
remember back in
Denver.
the day.
No.
She totally is.
Right, right, right.
Um, you remember that? Like, I noticed that this doesn't seem to happen anymore. It's the opposite these days. But um, just to kind of put some sort of title on the topic, I guess like influence from music and what it means. And back in the day, you would have something like Elvis couldn't shake his fucking hips, and then you move on to like something like you remember like Two Live Crew,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they got in a lot of trouble and had to go to court and all these things
Oh,
because
yeah.
they were challenging the freedom of speech, which is I have the right to be
As
completely
vulgar
disgusting.
as
I
nasty as
mean,
I
it's
want to be.
it's as nasty as I fucking want to be,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
And and he does, and I supported it then, and I support it now. It is not his fucking problem. He has the right to do that. What you don't have the right to do is pretend like you didn't know. And I mean, if I'm not mistaken, that's actually why you started having the damn parental advisory sticker. He's like the fucking godfather of that shit. And
Face
I
down,
think,
ass up. That's the way we like to fuck.
oh, sorry, about to goddamn get crazy over this motherfucker. So yeah, and it's like, but my thing is like it seems like that went away. People used to get in trouble for that shit. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but like these days is what I want to talk about at this point, which is it's the opposite. You get rewarded for it. This Cardi B shit, the
Mhm.
disgusting ass fucking. It's you're look. I like looking at fucking bouncing booties as much as the next guy, but at the same time, and I've been this way my whole life, but I know some guys got to grow up a little more than others. But like, I don't really give a shit. I don't care. Yeah, yeah. I bet you got a booty. I know you probably got your pussy with you too. You got two nipples. Oh my god! Like we already knew what you look like because you don't dress with any kind of fucking you know, secret about you in the
Modesty.
first place.
Yeah.
Modest. There you go. Thanks, fucking encyclopedia. Encyclopedia G. Like G
Wow.
right here. Shut
A
the fuck up,
flashback.
Chad. That's what it is. Reading Encyclopedia G.
Just
Shut the
just so
fuck
you
up,
know,
Chad.
just so you know why what yeah. Just so you folks understand. He's been calling me that for like the past 10 fucking years. Yeah, but it's been a while now since he said it. So that's why I'm like, wow, that was a flashback. Yeah, okay.
It's because he
Anyways,
knows everything. That's why I call him that because he knows every
I
fucking
don't
thing.
know everything. I just
You
know
do.
a
You
little
said you
more
did
than
before the camera. You were literally like, I know everything, motherfucker. So we're gonna do it my way on this show tonight too because I'm the one that knows things. Then he comes on the show
no.
and is like, no, I'm super, don't know
What
everything.
I said was I know a
Everything.
lot more than a little bit and a little more than a lot.
I know a lot less than that is what I'm saying. I know less than a little bit and not anywhere near a lot. So or
Okay.
something. Maybe
But
it's the
as you were
opposite of
saying
that.
though, as you were saying though,
Yeah,
the,
like
the unmodest boochies.
yeah, it's like and since I brought Cardi B up, I guess I can spend this minute on female rappers in the first place. Not all historically, I haven't been a huge fan, and it's not the female thing. It's just I don't know what it is. If the ones that I do like have been dope MCs, we recently talked about this. I feel like we said this on the last show, as a matter of fact.
You might have.
Um, it was the feminism shit, so it makes sense that we would. But
Yeah.
MC Light was dope. Foxy Brown had a nice flow, but she was still nasty like Little Kim, and it's just I if you got some skills, you mentioned Eve last time, like that kind of thing. Like So I won't dwell on it. I know we did talk about it now. Now I'm starting to
Well, but
remember.
it's also a different angle this time because we're talking about the effect that music has had
Yeah, I
on
got lost
people.
there. I was traveling
So
to.
traveling at the speed of
Yeah,
light.
fuck, man. See how quickly we move on to new subjects? You hear that transition? Now we're going to talk
Yeah,
about fucking Everlast because he was in Judgment Night. And Jeremy Piven also. We're not going out
and
there.
Dennis
Remember
Leary.
he knocked him off the fucking building?
Oh
Jesus.
God, that's my boy though, Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary, man.
That's motherfucker. Anyway, so all
Dennis
right,
Leary.
let's get back on track because
Yeah,
I
what
know
the
you had a
fuck,
lot to
man?
say. You told me that
I
as
really
soon as
don't. That's why I'm trying to fucking bullshit around. No, I'm just saying that people, it went from one extreme to the other. In the fucking, I guess anywhere from the 60s to the 80s, you look back and say, they for real made Elvis put the camera up here when he was on the Ed Sullivan Show because he was going to take his knees and make them go left and right. And he did it, everybody knows, and not like I'm teaching anybody, but he'll kind of
Mhm.
throw his whole fucking low bottom of his back, like throw that shit up out of gear, and shit. And
Yeah,
fucking, and it was like, oh, hell to the motherfucker. No, we ain't about to have young adults looking at this type of behavior. And then, when we were kids anyway, it would be like, oh my God, they weren't allowed to do that. But I was just talking about this today, and I was saying, I remember a lot of things from back in the day. And one thing was you weren't allowed to cuss on TV, but it was getting more lenient with things like Saturday Night Live and
right,
Married with Children. Like I Married with Children goes back so far that I wasn't allowed to watch it. I watched it, but my mom would have came in the room and been like, "What the hell, man? Turn that shit off."
right.
Same with The Simpsons. They've been around since I was a fucking kid. But those things, like for example, Living Color. David Allen Greer is the first person. When I was young, you could say hell and damn. Even on sitcoms, they might say that. But it was when something happened.
Mhm.
Damn, damn, damn. On Good Times, and that was, oh boy, something's going down. That motherfucker done George Jefferson done. What the hell? Oh shit, something serious. But
Mhm.
David Allen Greer looked at the camera and said, "Who is you talking to, bitch?" And I was like, and I was like, oh shit, man. And it was like he even said it knowing I'm gonna be like the pioneer of the word bitch on primetime television. And then it never slowed down since. Like, you go to Comedy Central now, if it's after 11, they can show titties, talk, suck my dick, motherfucker. They can say whatever they want to. And if your kid stays up 10 minutes late, his whole life could change now.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at FX. I don't even know. Wait, how did we get? Hold on a second. Time out. How did we get all the way here? Oh yeah,
Well, I'm
yeah.
kind of
There's
was just kind of going about the things that they used to allow, and then they would try to stop it. And it got a little more, like I said, if you go from Elvis to fucking Uncle Luke,
yeah,
wow. And
yeah.
then, and you're like, okay, he's got the right to say what he wants to say. But it's gone to it never just caps off and says, okay, that's it. We're gonna just leave it at you can say what you want, but you can't just be pulling your dick out in public. To all the way to
Well,
the point where that's what you have to do now. Like if you're not gonna be, making out with somebody else all over the stage and half naked, and they said this shit about Madonna, so I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old. How about that?
I personally believe that that whole case with Two Live Crew was just. I think I really believe the whole point of it was just an attack on hip hop. I really that's the way
Yeah,
I look
yeah,
at it.
normally, yeah. They did the
Yeah.
same thing with 80s metal, which I'll touch on again later because what I'm trying to say is I don't want to talk about it because I'm going to talk about it later. And then it'll look stupid if I talk about it 2 times.
Okay.
So,
Well, in the meantime, why don't we get the first segment on? And disclaimer, folks, what I'm about to talk about on this fucking segment has absolutely nothing to do at all with anything that they're going to be discussing tonight. Nothing. It was just something I thought of. I wanted to get off my chest and throw out there, and that's that. So deal with it. Deal with it.
and now for something we hope you'll really like.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Don Grimm, and yeah, a little bit of shit talking, just a little bit. Recently, I had seen a post on Facebook. It said there was a question, like one of those things that name something that that everybody likes but you dislike. My response: high heels. And yes, Really, I can't stand those fucking things. They look ridiculous. They just look. Even for the women that wear high heels because they feel like they're too short. No, you're not too fucking short. I mean, unless you're a damn midget, you shouldn't be even concerned about your height. You're feminine. Being short is a feminine trait. Women say, oh, but it makes my calves look, listen, no dudes are staring at your damn calves like, look at them shits, dudes are not checking out your calves. And there's women saying, oh, but it like lifts and tightens the rump, the gluteus maximus. And really, if you need that tightened up, there are some exercises that you can do, so you don't have to wear those ridiculous fucking things. They're ugly. They're fucking retarded. They're stupid. There's no fucking reason that any woman should ever wear those damn things. They're not elegant. They're not elegant. They actually take away from the elegance of a woman. They take away from the femininity of a woman. They are just foul looking. I don't understand why. I mean, I can't even imagine, like, who was the first person that said, maybe it was a dude, maybe he was just some fucked up, I don't know, here, bitch, put these on. Try these shits on. And, I don't know, for some torture method or some shit, I don't know. You ever seen a woman that's wearing heels for the first time? I mean, it's like watching, a baby deer, or the fuck, trying to stand for the first time, flopping all over the damn place, falling in shit, and, it's really, they're the same shit, and it looks ridiculous, it's clumsy. Any footwear that you have to actually practice wearing, I mean, except for, like, roller skates, if you're from back in the fucking 60s or some shit. But, I mean, if you have to practice wearing your fucking footwear, and it doesn't have wheels on it, that's pretty fucking pathetic. That's just, I don't know, I can't get down with that. Can't do it. No. Sorry. Never liked it, never will. That's all. I just wanted to talk shit on high heels. Ladies, don't wear them. Really don't. Just don't. They're ridiculous.
And I mean that wholeheartedly. I mean, really wholeheartedly. I'm not even
this
joking.
Motherfucker is like, that's some Joe Biden ass shit. Not the high heels part. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the fucking the extremity of the subject change. Like fucking, you might catch Joe Biden being like, I don't really hate the color blue, but I do like fucking eagles as my favorite type of fucking flying object. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
enjoy the watermelon. It's watermelon day, everybody.
If you
Google it,
haven't,
and you'll see that I'm lying like a motherfucker. Yeah, high heels. I mean, I don't care either way. Like, if you're going to a place where you're dressed in, maybe, I don't really care. I like fucking capris with some ill ass Jordans on. Fuck, that makes your fucking calves look pretty hot too. Like a chicken leg with a Jordan hanging on that motherfucker. Anyway,
I
but I
prefer
see the
Air-
calf
I prefer
muscle.
Air
It's
Max.
clear what it does for the calf muscle. That can't be denied. I mean, whether it's necessary or not, it does refine that motherfucker just by the simple
Okay.
act of putting them on, and knowing how to walk in them properly will accentuate your fucking calf line for sure.
Okay, look, are
Which
you
you can
really
do from
telling
doing
me?
squats.
Are you really okay? Thank you for adding that because yeah, but are you really telling me that if you see a woman wearing like some fucking Air Max or whatever and some shorts, and then you see this chick with some fucking 6-inch stilettos and a fucking evening gown, you're gonna be comparing their fucking calves like? Nah, them Air Maxes. Fuck that. No, hey, what's up, girl, with your stilettos and your
It
badass
depends.
looking calves?
It just
Huh?
depends. I mean, if which one of them's gonna turn around and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And be like, then I might be like, I'm not into the Jordans all of a sudden, man. I can totally go for some high heels, and somebody that's like, pretty and shit. But generally, I don't care either way. I mean, if she want to wear them, I don't care. But I think it depends. Like if you're doing some executive shit and you got fucking, a skirt with a long sleeve blouse and shit, they look good going through the fucking office. I mean, what are we saying, like fashion wise, or what I think looks fucking hot? I don't know. Like, my preference would, like I said, be some fucking ill fucking Nikes and maybe some capris or some shorts. Get out there and do some walking through the flea market, man. Go check out the mall. I don't give a damn about all that fancy shit.
Well, I prefer like a tutu and some fucking combat boots. That's about right.
Well, I mean,
No, no,
me
no.
too. Me too. Combat boots. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Thongs and thong, that would be
Well,
cool.
that'll work. That'll work just fine.
Flip flops, where the heel part is really thick on one side and almost flat on the other. All
Something's
right.
happening to your face.
Oh, that's my new what's that?
That's an awesome effect. I don't know what the fuck that's.
It's
cool.
called fucking jacked up camera, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but thanks for drawing everybody's attention to it.
Oh no, I was waiting for it to happen so I could.
Jackhole. Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties. It's fucking insane.
I tried to play it off for you, like, yeah, that's a cool effect.
That's a cool effect that you don't have any control over whatsoever. Like, and now they're gonna be like, for the next fucking 6 months, like, what? Why is he still going for this effect he was doing? That's like so last year, and I'll be like, I'm gonna fucking I'll ride this camera until it fucking the wheels fall off.
Right. Fully invested. We're really like committed to this.
Yeah,
this
if it
new
ain't
effect.
all the way broke, don't try to fix it at all until it falls down, and it ain't fall down yet. So
It ain't hadn't fallen down yet. So
yeah. So check this out. If it's all right with y'all, you is who I mean. We're gonna like come back to where the fuck we were at. I'm just kidding. Look, it's this kind of it wasn't really a topic, but my segment totally goes with it a little bit. It's what I was warning you about earlier. Now we finally made it to the part of the show that I'm going to talk about the things earlier that I said I didn't want to talk about yet because I was going to talk about them later, and that time is now.
So now is later.
Well, it was then. Now it's now. Now is now. Then was before. Before now.
So now was later then.
Yes, absolutely. It sure was. But see, that's almost like math. You see how I had to like, wait, I got a picture. I got to envision it
I'm like
now.
a stare off in the distance. Like,
like ask a motherfucking question, then motherfucking like, never mind. You go fucking to the directions and you're like, and I'm fucking short. I'm real like, for example, if I'm taking notes, I'm like copying some shit. I'll read like, a good portion of the sentence so I don't have to look back up while I write it down. 2 words in, I'm like, what was that? Oh yeah. What was that? God damn, every word. I'm like, why the fuck can't I remember this shit? I guess the same when you look at your watch and then you go back to your business and you're like, what time is it? Oh yeah, I just looked at it. Fucking so stupid.
How dare you be human? Fucking human.
Stupid human. All right.
Anyways, as you were going to say about what you were going to say.
I forgot. We're gonna just watch my shit and it'll be taking us back into the direction of
Death metal.
Yeah, just the whole idea, really the whole point I think is for me is like, what does it matter? Did NWA make anybody commit murder? Did fucking, did Lil Kim teach little girls to try to swallow Sprite cans? Was it like, did heavy metal make you go out and worship the devil and kill your mother? Even if it does, let me tell you something. If somebody says, man, I did it because the fucking Motley Crue told me to do it, your child was already fucking insane and he was just listening to Motley Crue when it happened. It could if he was listening to fucking Beethoven, you motherfuckers wouldn't know what to do. Amadeus. That was actually
Sinatra.
no. Somebody better put it in the comments. Fucking rock me Amadeus. Amadeus. Ant. Adam Ant. There we go. All right. That was gonna kill me, man. I feel like such relief off my shoulders. I really figured this would be an all-night ordeal with this guy. Then who is this guy singing the song? But when you get the answer right then, it's like, fuck yeah, I can move on with my life.
That is such a sense of gratification right there.
Yeah, man. Like I can't remember, man. How the fuck? What's going on, man? What is wrong with me, man? I must have fucking brain cancer. Oh, you don't know what it was? It was Adam Ant. Never mind. I'm good to go, man. A1, baby. I'm good. Good. All right, let's play this, man, because I'm running out of shit to say.
Okay.
Here you go. Mr. Brooks. You know, it's funny because growing up, I mean, you know, obviously people know I'm a fucking huge hip hop head, and I understand that even in the past, back in the day, you had like Two Live Crew. You know, a lot of people got in a lot of trouble for things they said. But I don't know if anybody has ever taken the hit that heavy metal did. Like, I remember Judas Priest was in a lot of trouble one time. AC/DC has been through it. Marilyn Manson. But the one that always stood out. It's funny because when I was younger, man, I was all into that stuff, and I still love it. But like, people in school called us devil worshippers and just thought we were evil. You know, Ozzy Osbourne used to get the worst rap. You know, the whole eating shit sandwiches or whatever, eating the fucking bat head and all that bullshit. But everybody saw him as like the ultimate Prince of Darkness, devil worshipping, evil heavy metal creature. And I'm gonna say the same thing I said fucking back then. If you haven't listened to a lot of Ozzy's music, then by all means, shut the fuck up, because there ain't a goddamn thing that Ozzy's ever said in any song. And I've heard, not all of them, you know, but I've been a fan for many years. I think he's one of the greatest, at least rock singers ever. And I have never, in the whole time I've known who he is, ever heard him say anything ever that would suggest that he's a devil worshiper. He sings about love. He sings about stopping the war. The suicide solution. He got a lot of shit about that. That's about, you know, not committing suicide. They like to twist shit like that. Motley Crue caught a lot of shit. A lot of people get all this shit, and it's not true. People just saw them as devil worshippers. And almost every rock song that you can come up with is a love song. Just because people come from a different place, say things differently, or handle their issues differently, it's no different. Hip-hop, country, pop, folk, no matter what it is, it's a different type of person dealing with the same problem through music. That's all it is. If you grew up in Hollywood in the fucking 80s with long hair and you're fucking into that shit, you probably dealt with it through screaming and yelling with some guitars. If you come from, you know, Detroit, New York, Brooklyn or something, you probably dealt with it through hip-hop. You know, if you're from down south or Georgia somewhere, you probably, you know, dealt with your fucking problems through country music. It's simple, man. We're all the same. Whether it's music or everyday life, we do the same shit. We just deal with it based on where we're from and how we were raised. There's nothing about heavy metal. I'm not going to say there's not devil worshippers in heavy metal. Of course there are. But the really it's rock music now. Heavy metal back then was Metallica and Motley Crue and shit like that. And it wasn't devil music. Some of this shit now, when you go to the heavy metal section, it's not like it was. You know, Cannibal Corpse and all that shit. Some of them are worshiping devils. If they're not, then they're pretending to. Either way, go see Artemis to find out more about that shit. Peace. Yeah, so again, you know, and I don't know if anybody that listened to fucking Warrant or Skid Row or fucking Poison or whoever, AC/DC, if you want to get more heavy, Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, shit like that. You listen to that shit, man, and I mean, did some people that listen to that kill people? Yes, but some people kill people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like everything else. They think that something's gonna fucking happen to you for listening to that shit. My mom fucking hated it, of course, and I get it, man. If you were from their time, of course, it sounds ridiculous to have somebody. You know, I figured some of that. They all did a ballad. You know, at some point they all did like a ballad and proved their fucking selves that they could sing or not. You know, I don't know. It was crazy. And one I would like to mention, because Ice-T had put up with some shit in hip hop even back in the olden days, but none like he ever did once he crossed over with the group called Body Count. And it's odd because they usually go after the rappers for the most part. It's weird, right? Because they go after the rappers, but they've gone after some heavy metal motherfuckers. I named some off in the video, but like that was weird because they went after. They didn't really fuck with him when he was a rapper that much, but that Cop Killer shit when he did the metal band. By the way, that's still, man, that album's got some dope ass shit on it. But he got a lot of shit for that Cop Killer. They actually took it off. He had to put the album, you know, if you already had it, you had a collector's item because they took it off the shelves and put it out without that song. I don't know if you knew that. I remember that, but and that takes a hit. Somebody had to take a hit because if they can't be sold, they end up. I don't know where they end up. But people that got a chance to buy it got lucky, and I bet a lot of them people still got that motherfucker somewhere. I would.
I actually had it.
I mean, I had them. You know, I had the cassette tape and shit. But like I'm saying, like people, you know, I'm sure a lot of people still have it. And if if they were to tell you, they're like, "Oh, this is my shit right here," don't fucking. You can look at it from over there, but touch my goddamn body count.
That's why I said, I actually had it with a sort of a down tone because it's one of those things that I wish I still had,
Yeah. I had a Motley Crue Greatest Hits CD, or it was actually a cassette, but no, it was a CD. It was a CD. And the crazy thing is that there's two songs on the back. Kickstart My Heart is one of them. I can't remember the other one, but they're opposite of what they say on the list. When you listen to it, and this I bought from the, back then, there used to be fucking record stores and shit and CD shops and all that stuff. And I bought it like at the mall, at a legit place. And I've never even thought about looking it back up since then. But I remember seeing that there's a Beatles album that has a misprint in the track list, and it was worth a lot of money. So I was like, wow. And all it is that the list says one thing, and two of them are opposite of what it said. They just switched those two songs. And because I was listening to it in back them days, you would hold it down, open it up, look at all the pictures, and read along to the goddamn lyrics and all that bullshit. And so I was like, wait a minute, it says so-and-so's gonna come on and hear this motherfucker. Kickstart My Heart was a badass song.
Pardon me. One of the things that I really liked was when albums started coming out with DVDs, in them as well. Like you get the double CD pack, and you get the CD itself with a DVD,
concert or a video, a couple videos.
Yeah, exactly. That was really cool. Really.
I got a handful of DVDs, man, that I got that they're the videos for that band or whatever. It's like every video they had. Like I've said Motley Crue all night, and it's one of my favorite fucking bands from back then. And they used to use like Pentagram and all that shit, and, be like blood dripping, but I mean, still, every song is pretty much a love song. It's just they look like that. This is the gimmick to make you look, and then they sing about fucking the same thing as everybody else. But that made me forget everything I was saying right before that. So back to you.
Honestly, I was just handing over the reins to you for this evening because I know how passionate you are about this particular topic. I'm passionate. I'm learning a bit from you.
Are you?
No,
yes,
really.
I'm changing my phone number after this. Yeah, I just so that's my big thing was like what has it caused? I mean, people have harassed these musicians because they don't like the way they deal with the same problems that you would deal with. And if somebody in Congress was into heavy metal, then some people don't care for heavy metal, but they understand the right to do what the fuck you want to do. Mm-hmm. And then some people are like, I disagree with it, so we have to stop it. And that's the same type of people that actually eventually took over the country as of now. So
yeah.
But they've changed. It's changed. Like the people that used to want to stop our children from being fucked over and taught this. Because look, the last thing you want is to walk in and find out you got them 13-year-old sons and they got their head, mohead. Like get it, girl. Like them, man. She swallowed it and all that kind of shit. Jesus Christ, you'd be like, oh my God, I didn't even know that you. Oh my God, I didn't even know that you would understand this stuff. And you just sitting there, goddamn fucking big booty hole, hump with it. You're like, don't know why are you in here humping shit, man? Get the fuck out of here. Last week it was G.I. Joe's. This week it's fucking damn.
Abraham
Lincoln. Let me lick you up and down.
You remember that one? Abraham Lincoln was a good old man.
Oh,
he jumped through the window with his dick in his hand. He said, "Come on, ladies, let me do my duty. Bend on over, give me some booty." And I when I heard that the first time, because I had the first Two Live Crew CD. No, that was a cassette.
That's probably a
Yeah,
cassette, dog.
that
Because
was
I
a
got
cassette.
mine the 12 for a penny shit from the magazine.
Yeah, that was a cassette. I remember I first time I heard that shit, I was like, what the fuck did he say? Like, Abraham did what? Whoa.
All I heard was booty. He said booty.
Yeah.
And
They
then you
said,
find out shortly after that booty was the least of your worries. That motherfucker was nasty, son. And we got that shit when we was kids, man. I was little. I was maybe 12, man. When my brother had an older brother though. That motherfucker was like, "Here, have cigarettes and listen to Two Live Crew. You'll love it. You'll love it." They're talking about fucking pussy asshole shit. And you're like, all right then. Choking to death. I'm like, why would you do that to me, man? But
I was actually juiced when they came out with the fucking that song banned in the USA after their
yeah, man. He
days.
was hardcore, but he fought back like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I love him, man. And and people that don't know, that was Luke Skywalker. They took his name away, but that was Luke Skywalker back then, bro.
Yeah.
Then he became Luther Campbell. Uncle Luke's pretty dope, but he was just Luther Campbell for a while, and I thought it was fucked up they took that because that was a pretty, but I guess I get it. I mean, damn, that motherfucker is really tarnishing the fuck out of Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? Luke Skywalker in the Two Live Crew, everybody. They're like, oh, is he gonna have a fucking, no, it's a dick. It's a giant dildo, and he's gonna probably fuck your fucking wife with it on stage in front of everybody. I mean, that dude had sex, and I mean, they would, blow jobs and the whole nine, man. Every fucking show on stage with the world standing there, man. I'm like, yo, that's somebody's daughter. And this, back then I was like, man, I wish I was Luke, but now I'm like, yo, man, what you doing, Luke? Have some respect, man. Fuck, somebody's at home right now trying to figure out where the hell his daughter is, and you up there just got them shut the fuck up.
That's so wrong.
I mean, tomorrow morning she'll be like, what's wrong with you, honey? He'll be like, let me get some chloroseptic. What's wrong with your neck? It's fucking stretched the fuck out. Fresh Kid Ice, all them. Fresh Kid Ice. Yeah, he died. Damn. Let me. Y'all don't y'all can correct me in the comments because I feel like I was pretty confident at first. I think his name was Fresh Kid Ice. Shit. Back then it was Fresh fucking Ice. That shit was rampant back then.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have. We've reached that point, man. So if there's any last words, get them out now, motherfucker.
Fuck yeah, each and every one of y'all, and you motherfucker right there. I see you. Don't mind my Transformer face. That's just a ghost that lives in my house. Goes everywhere with me.
Okay, that's awesome. Anyways, folks, leave some comments. Fucking, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that shit. Hit the notification bell and share. Share this shit. Come on, share it.
Yeah, or else, man.
Find some fucking, psycho asses that are psycho asses like you, and we know you're a psycho ass because you're watching us right now. If you see this right now, you're a psycho ass, and share with them.
Oh man, stop this goddamn hoarding. Just hoarding our fucking shit, man. Don't take me out of context now. You're just hoarding our shit for later.
Oh, that's nasty. But yeah, okay. Intended context only. Okay. All right. Anyways, folks, thank you very much for watching. Do all that cool shit that I just fucking said to do, and make sure you do it or else. And see you next time.
Holla.
Deuces.